So for my upset of the week, I'm actually going with the Cleveland Browns winning streak. I can't remember the last time I picked Cleveland to win 2 games in a row. In fact, I don't know that in my 5 years of covering the NFL, I've ever picked the Browns to win 2 in a row. But right now, I just think they're playing better football than their division rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals. With Freddie Kitchens, the interim offensive coordinator, running the scheme, Baker Mayfield is playing much more efficiently. The running game is there with Nick Chubb. And on defense, they haven't taken a step back with Greg Williams, the interim head coach, still handling his defensive coordinator duties. Then you go to Cincinnati. They've had changes on their defensive coaching staff. Marvin Lewis fired former defensive coordinator Terrell Austin. And in his place, they ended up hiring Hugh Jackson as a special assistant, which is interesting because Hugh Jackson, of course, we all know, was the former coach of the Browns. So I think he'll be able to bring some knowledge about what Cleveland does well, but still, I just don't know that I trust the Bengals right now. Their defense is giving up way too many yards. And then on offense, they've had injury issues and they can't score as many points, I think, to keep up with Cleveland's offense. So that's why even though Cleveland is on the road and is an underdog, I'm picking them to upset the Bengals 27-23. So the Los Angeles Chargers really had kind of a disappointing performance last week. In fact, it wasn't kind of a disappointing performance, it was really bad. They ended up losing the game in a last-second field goal. After the game, a lot of Chargers players were upset. I think you're going to see an LA team that's really focused this week. They're competing with the Chiefs in the AFC West for playoff seeding. They feel like they can still win that division, so I think they know they can't slip up and lose any more games. They have an Arizona Cardinals team coming into town. This is just a Cardinals team that I think is in a rebuild. They're not as strong. You just look at what they've done, and they're just coming off of a loss against the Raiders team that was 1-8 before this. So I just don't have any faith that Arizona can go in there, pull out the upset on the road. So I'm picking the Chargers as my lock of the week, 29-24.